Like
It's only you're with yourself for the rest of your life. You need to understand how you operate and where you're lacking and where you can improve.
So what are some of the tools that you have or that you use to help regulate your emotions?
First and foremost, prayer. Prayer. I pray over everything.
I talked about it
I
often.
pray over everything, and as I go on my spiritual journey, as long as my personal journey, I see them intertwine so well, as I grow in each part. It's kind of weird to explain. I pray over every single thing. When I get in the car and I hit the road. I'm Mr. Beat the road.
Bro, this nigga be gone, bro. He'll drive there.
The road. So before my road trip, I pray on it. I pray on my road trip. I pray for my destination, and I pray for, when I get there, I pray that, I make connections and I meet new people and I experience, what I'm supposed to experience, and that I don't close myself off to the possibilities that are out there, and it just clears out the anxiety of it all, because if you get it out, you got to get it out to somebody. And if you have that connection with God, you can get it out to God and feel fulfilled. And be like, oh, it'll be just as good as me talking to you, or me talking to my parent, or me talking to somebody about it, like that I'm excited about, And then, God gonna do his little thing with it. He gonna
work his magic. It's not even magic, it's written.
A little blessing on it.
I love that.
So that's first and foremost. And heavy meditation. I meditate very, very heavily.
Now, real quick, a lot of people, especially in as we get older, I recognize that there's a clear separation in the spiritual community versus the religious community. Can you just separate meditation from prayer for me real quick? Or what the difference is?
Meditation, actually, it's...
Me personally, it's they go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand. And if you a literary scholar in the biblical text, Jesus meditated. Jesus meditated often. 40 days and 40 nights in the desert.
Wilderness, yeah.
He was praying and meditating. I always see it as prayer is the act of, communicating and talking to God. Meditation is making yourself accessible to his word. Because you can't talk and listen at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
You got me on that one, brother. I like that.
I was practicing that when on my drive up here. So
smooth's better.
But as you meditate, you just clear your head. You feel more present. And I always see our thoughts are, if you're present, you can understand the world around you a lot better than outside of what you're thinking, because what you're thinking is where you're essentially going to be.
Yep.
If you're late for a show or you're late for an event and I gotta get there, you're not focused. You're technically already at the event. Your body just needs to catch up with that thought, so that in between time, you're not focused. You're not focused on driving. You're not focused on whatever you're doing. You're not present. So like how often is it that you're talking on the phone and you're just driving and you just realize, oh, I missed my turn. Oh, I got to my destination. It didn't even feel like that long.
Because you're preoccupied. Your mind is elsewhere.
Your mind is somewhere else. Yep. Your mind is wherever your conversation is. Your mind is wherever, your destination is, whatever your mind is on at that time. So meditation helps me to stay grounded in the present. And, it's a lot. My dad always says, like, you'll get to your destination a lot faster if you stop focusing on the destination and you focus on making each step the best step. You'll get there a lot faster and a lot easier, But if you're focused on the destination, you'll never get there.
I think intent as well. That's what you've been, the big thing that I've heard from you is like defining the intent behind your actions.
Oh, yeah.
Because once you know, like, I think that's what we're talking about as well, and that goes hand in hand with the prayer and meditation and emotional regulation, like how we're talking about, is to know what you're trying to get out of something.
Oh, yeah.
That 2 hour drive, that 6 hour drive it becomes a lot quicker when you know that you're going to family
Mm-hmm.
and you're already there. All right, well, I'm coming back home for Thanksgiving. I'm coming back home for Christmas. This is nothing. I
Oh
love
yeah.
this. Once I get through this, I know it's a good plate, warm hugs, X, Y, Z. You feel me? It's the intent behind it, and I think that helps ease the journey as well because you
Mm-hmm.
move intentionally throughout the journey. You're not gonna drive crazy trying to get to your folks. You want to get there safe.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I understand exactly what you're talking about, and that's
And
I
it's
love
hard.
it.
It's hard moving, especially on the religious journey that I'm on. It's hard moving with intent and moving on faith at the same time. Because faith is going to have you just doing stuff like, this feels right. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but this is the best guess I got right now. God going to lead me the rest of the way. And moving with intent, I know what I want to do. I know where I want to go, and I know how to get there. Sometimes on that journey, faith and intention they conflict each other. I want to get here and I want to do this, but I'm not sure about this step that I have to move on faith on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's hard finding that balance and figuring out how to merge both of those together while moving intentionally in faith.
You have to wrap up that idea. It's more so like how we've been talking about being grounded in your thoughts and in yourself, but knowing that okay, some things are a means to an end. I think it goes back to just being the importance of the journey and understanding what you're doing it for. Like I know that God is going to put me in places that I need to be because I have the faith that is what He's put me here to do. So I know I want to make money. I know I want to put food on the table. I know I'm gonna have to work.
Yeah.
You feel me? So how that work is, I intend to work. That's my intention. But I'm faithfully understanding that the work that I put in is not the end all be all. But God is gonna help me, and He's pushed me in this direction right now. So I'm gonna trust it. You see what I'm saying? So I understand completely where you're coming from, in the sense that one thing it may look like something, but you don't know why you're actually doing
You
it.
don't know why you're there.
Yes, we know why we're there, but
The bigger picture.
You don't know why.
Picture,
and you never know who you meet. And one thing my pastor said, he speaks about this often, is that like the building that he's in now, that the church is held in now, he used to work in, and it was a Kmart.
Oh, yo, the way stuff be lining
You feel me?
up. Oh, don't
He
get
used
me
to work
started.
in the Kmart, but now he owns the building as the church that he runs.
Church, yeah.
You feel me? So you never know the intention of how this stuff is coming about. You feel me? So it's like you really have to understand that it'll happen if you believe it's gonna happen, but you just have to move regardless.
You gotta move.
You gotta move. You gotta move. And that's faith without works. I think that's
faith without works is dead.
Because that's the book that I brought. I bring this all the time, bro. It's 52 James 2:17. Faith without works is dead. That's what that is. But it's about consistency, bro, and implementation. That's the best part about that chapter, was about implementation, because you don't know how it's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen. But if you know it's gonna happen, you better keep going.
You just gotta keep going.
It's running that level of the race. But yeah, so we hit the emotional maturity. What else have you learned from Thinking Fast and Slow? Or where else has this helped you grow?
It's really helped me grow as far as outside of my emotional and my personal life. It really helped me to grow in my field. Just with acting, just with financial markets. It's less about what you know, and it's more about your mental. As far as the acting is concerned, I made it a point to myself to, I'm Puerto Rican, Black Puerto Rican and El Salvadorian.
Yeah.
Good little mix in there. And my Puerto Rican pride can't let me accept that I can't do something. I have to prove to myself that I can't do something.
Only way you can do that is by trying and fucking up.
And
failing. Yes, that's a much better way to put that.
So when I seek out to do something, or if I tell myself and I catch myself saying, I can't do that, I got this, or making excuses for myself, now I just, the Puerto Rican pride in me tells me that now I have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna let nobody tell me I can't do something.
No one can set
and I
limits
ain't
on
gonna
me.
tell myself that I can't do something. So that's really how I started my whole poetry journey. And then it's led me into, being comfortable being in front of cameras and acting and being around celebrities and knowing how to present myself and make my self value and my worth more than just being a fan. Because I've met a lot of people. I've met Adam Sandler. I've met Bad Bunny, and when you're in that room, it's not like, oh my gosh, first day you're just like, oh my gosh, this and that, this and that.
That's so and so. I seen
That's
it.
so and so.
Yeah.
I've grown up watching him, and oh my goodness, can I get an autograph? At the end of the day, you're here to work. You know what I'm saying? You can't do you're here for your job. You can't be here for your job and you're starstruck over me. You know what I'm saying? Because at a certain point, it's going to be like, maybe we got the wrong guy for this job. Maybe because you're making your worth less than the position that you are. Some rooms you just can't be happy to be in. Some rooms it's like, oh, I'm so happy to be here. Why are you so happy to be here? Like you didn't know you're supposed to be here.
Fuck. See, yeah, nah, yeah. That's crazy. That's a bar.